You are about to glow up in 2026, and this is exactly how. That's the YouTube hook they want me to use. But for real, in this video, I'm going to teach you 3 ways that you can level up your body and mind, because they're completely intertwined. There she goes again, rhyming. Welcome back to Strawberry of the Day. This is my little podcast where we talk all things self-compassionate self-development. And in today's episode, I'm going to teach you how to glow up from someone who has certifiably glowed up in her mid-20s. It is never too late to glow up. It is never too late to start your mindset journey, your fitness journey, whatever that looks like for you. But there are 3 things that I wish I had known sooner would make a bigger difference in my life than buying more different clothes, because I thought that was how you're supposed to glow up. It's not how it works. 1, we're going to go into each of these deeply, but in case you only have a minute or so. 1, you're going to upgrade your self-talk. This is huge. This is on the mindset side. There's the mindset side, and then there's the fitness side. Upgrading your self-talk looks like having new default reframes, having new default settings in your brain, so to speak, and shifting your actions to align with a new identity. Number 2, measure your progress in feeling. I absolutely love the quote from Danielle Laporte. The most potent form of clarity is knowing how you want to feel, because I think that embodies the spirit of change that I want to kind of promote, I guess. Not a change that's based on how other people perceive you, but a change that really creates a glow from within, if you will. And number 3 is to curate your days as if your days are the sum of your weeks, and the weeks are the sum of your months, and the months are the sum of your years, and the years are the sum of your life, because they are. And that's when we'll get into the fitness side a little bit more, but it is all intertwined. Mindset, fitness. We got the tattoo to prove it. No, we didn't get the tattoo to prove it. It's for other reasons, but on my little notes here, I had to draw the yin yang, because you can't have a mental glow up without having a physical glow up, and you can't have a physical glow up without having a mental glow up. So this is how you're going to do it in 2026. Make it your year. My cats are in here. They're going to try to distract me, and I'm going to try to resist petting them. So I feel like I should give a little bit of context why I'm qualified to give glow up advice. Over the past 2 years, I have there's the aforementioned distraction. Over the past 2 years, I have lost about 45 pounds, which is one of the big plates at the gym. That's how I think about it. I have developed a sense of style. Like, this is the external glow up qualifications that I have. I really developed my own personal sense of style. I've started taking care of myself, my skin, my hair, my everything in a much different way. And all of those things are a byproduct of the fact that my mindset towards myself has changed. So I've lost the weight. Yes, this is true. And I've done the skincare. But I've also realized that, like, you glow from the inside no matter where you are at in your journey, as long as you are taking steps toward becoming the best version of yourself. And as we've talked about with the if you haven't seen my energy matrix video, you might want to check that out. You can always take steps toward your goals no matter where you're at, energy wise, mental health wise, whether those goals are physical or mental. There's always something you can do, because a 15-minute walk is better than scrapping a whole day of working out. a 15-minute journal session, that might be a lot for some people, but I can sit and journal for hours, is better than, I mean, even just acknowledging your thoughts, having some time to yourself to think in silence is better than ignoring your thoughts and your limiting beliefs. There's always something you can do to work toward that glowing version of yourself. And if you are taking those steps, you will glow the entire way. That is, I have been told by people at the gym that even when I was at my heaviest, showing up in the very beginning, learning beginner stages, everything, that I seemed confident and I seemed like I was enjoying the process. And that was very validating to hear, because I think part of the most maybe important part of glowing up is enjoying the process. So, to dive a little deeper into these settings, I guess, in your brain that I mentioned before, reframes are so important. Having like a library of reframes for your most common gripes, I don't know, your most common default thoughts that are like, oh, I'm too tired for this, I can't be bothered with this is too hard, I'm not in the headspace, whatever it is. Having reframes, I find that reframes based on identity, I struggle to say that word, identity shifts are often very helpful in this process. Opening the window for my cat so he doesn't bother me. So yeah, shifting your identity toward your values. I remember very strongly the day that I shifted my identity into someone who cares about the health of their body, because it was 2 years ago today when I joined the gym. It is my 2-year gym anniversary. I should get a cake, or it's funny because I didn't go to the gym this morning. I was up all night with like racing thoughts and I had a headache, and I'm gonna go later because I value my health and I'm the kind of person who commits to that. So, but yeah, starting to embody a new identity, even if it's not the fullest version of that identity, I can't say that word, that you want to eventually embody. When I first joined the gym, I made it my goal to show up there 5 days a week, simply just to show up, to show my face there. It didn't matter how much I did or got done. And my goal was to reprogram myself to want to show up there. And definitely did that. Definitely succeeded with that one. I feel like this video is going to run a little bit longer than the typical Strawberry of the Day episodes, because I have a lot to say about this. I don't think I can get it in the next 2 minutes. But identity can also come with like those other physical elements of like skin, hair, makeup, confidence, clothes. I found a reframe for those kind of things that's been very helpful for me, is to focus on what you do have that you like about each of those areas. I heard in a Jill's video, she is fantastic, Jillz on YouTube, that she, when she looks in the mirror and she has like some zits or whatever, she will focus on the areas of her skin that are clear and not look at the zits. And she'll focus on the areas that are clear and say to herself, wow, my skin is beautiful and clear. And I think that like kind of embodies the vibe that I'm going for with this point, is that you have to appreciate what you have for what it is, and that will expand. This goes for like material things too, because I think a lot of times with the consumerist culture that we live in, glowing up per se can cost a lot, seemingly. Like, it doesn't have to, but I think people think you need like to overhaul your wardrobe, skincare, makeup, whatever, when in reality the mindset shift that I've realized is more powerful than buying another thing is to think about how you felt when you did buy the thing that you already own initially. Like the pair of jeans that you're thinking, oh, well, this isn't like on trend. This isn't like what I could get newer jeans. Think about why you bought those jeans in the first place, and like realize that you intentionally brought them into your life to make you happy, to wear. It sounds silly, but looking around as if your life, as if things are new, and filling yourself with that gratitude and that feeling of, I'm glad I have this now, that you get when you like immediately purchase something new. If you do that for everything, your products, your household items, your clothing, you'll start to see things in a much more positive light, honestly, because you're just rewiring your brain to keep that like spark alive, that initial feeling of, yeah, this is mine now. And like the things you have become enough. And that feeling of enoughness, that's not a word, that feeling that you are content with what you do have will make you glow. I feel like this video is sounding pretty cheesy, so I guess we could get into point number 3 before we get too long-winded, which is your life is the sum of your months, weeks, days, hours, minutes, seconds thing. Yeah, that reframe. When you realize that nothing changes if nothing changes, it's powerful. It's powerful to take stock of your time and take control of your time and really invest your time into the thoughts, into the activities, into the actions that the glowed up version of you would do. So, for instance, sometimes when I'm leaving the gym, I will think, I need to grocery shop. And I don't really want to grocery shop like in my, I don't know, like sweaty clothes. That's gross sounding. But I know that I'm in the mindset of taking care of my health when I go to grocery shop, and I will make better choices for myself when I'm in that mindset to go. So that's an action that I can take each week that will add up. Like always going to the grocery store in the right mindset instead of when you're maybe hungry, tired, after work, and you're tempted by things. And when you're able to have that like self-control, you can optimize your time and your choices to be the healthiest, wealthiest, most vibrant version of yourself. We're just gonna go with that. Yeah, and honestly, there is no end goal to glowing up. I believe that it is truly the ultimate process of becoming, that one day you will look at yourself and feel better, different, but there will be so many moments along the way, if you're intentional about looking for them, that you can sit with yourself and go, I've made progress toward my proverbial glow up because I made a glowing choice today. We're going with that too. I made a choice to see the clothes that I already have as enough and work with them to create a new combination of an outfit that I've never worn and that I feel confident in. I focused on the clear spot on my skin, and I didn't mention this when I talked about the clear skin thing before because it's kind of embarrassing, but because of that Jill's video, I say to myself in the mirror, my skin is clear and I am unstoppable. I say that almost every morning because a lot of times my skin is not clear and I do not feel unstoppable, but my skin is clear and I am unstoppable my friend just texted me asking if she could drop off a coffee for me because I didn't go to the gym this morning because I didn't feel good. How lucky am I? Wow. Anyway, the last point of this being that there is no arrival at being glowed up. There is only the process of becoming more glowing, and the arrival fallacy that you can just be done putting in the reps of seeing things differently, using your mind and body in a different way than you're used to, can just be done. Like when you are glowing, girl, no, you gotta be able to sustain it. So if you want, I was gonna plug my Instagram there. If you want more like fitness sustainability or like how to be fit sustainably kind of tips and stuff, I share a lot more about fitness over on my Instagram, barrett.bounces.back. And I'm gonna leave you with the Danielle Laporte quote one more time to reflect on as you begin this glow up for this upcoming year. If you're watching this in the New Year season, the most potent form of clarity is knowing how you want to feel. So decide how the glowing version of you wants to feel and take aligned action to pursue that feeling every single day. That's how you're going to glow up in 2026. This has been Strawberry of the Day, your favorite podcast about self-compassionate self-development. I don't know if it's your favorite one, but it might be. It should be. You should like and subscribe because I enjoy talking about these subjects and I would just love to do it more. So, yeah, come along for the journey. Take from that what you will, and I will see you in the next one.